Hey everyone! Thanks so much for tuning in. It's kind of like a surprised live here on Facebook. We have an incredible event coming up, so I wanted to come live here and talk with you with my good friend Paul about an event that we're going to be having in July in Oshawa. So as everybody is coming on live, I would love for you to say hello in the comments. And if this is a replay for you, then please put replay in the comments so that we can come back and say hello and answer any questions that you may have during this little chat that Paul and I are going to talk about some brain health with you. So as everybody's coming on live, please say hello in the comments. Good morning, Marlene. Thank you so much for joining us. I see myself in the video. Does my face look as red to you as it does to me? Oh, I was out in the sun yesterday. So I got a little sun. Oh, there's Paul. Let's bring him on. Hi, Bruce. Thanks for joining me. Hey, Paul.
Hi, hello.
How are you?
Really good. How are you doing?
I'm awesome. I just realized how red my face was.
Yes, I saw your talk on that. You may have got some sun yesterday.
Yes, we cut down a whack of trees in our backyard yesterday, and so I enjoyed the sun doing that. So, hey, good morning, Harold. Thank you so much for joining us, and Joanne, and Marlene, and Chris. Awesome. All right, guys. This is going to be so much fun because Paul and I have some exciting news and some really great tips we're going to share with you about some brain health. Paul, from a ratio from 1 to 10, how important is your brain health?
My brain is very important to me. And this is a fascinating topic for me. I'm so passionate about it. I've been really researching it a lot over the past few years, and I know we were going to tell people some stories. My grandfather had Alzheimer's. I know. Was it your grandmother, or what did you say you had it?
Yes, it was my grandmother.
Yeah. So, going through that really led me to do a ton of research on that topic. Unfortunately, we don't talk about things or look up things or study things until it's too late. Something hits us personally that we need to jump into that. But not only from that standpoint, but I wanted to become a super productive person. I wanted to become someone who was, kind of a get things done type of person, where I'm, making my list of check marks and knock them out all day long. And I was finding myself, fatigued at times. And, I would go through the day and then I would get, everyone hits that 3 o'clock, what they call it, the 3 o'clock slump or the 3 o'clock wall they hit.
Yes. Yeah.
So you hit that, and it's really happens in the mind, and from all the research I've done over the past few years, I'm blown away by all the things that we can do to make our minds better.
I know, and it's super important to me too, and exactly the same as you. Over the last couple of years, it's really been more important because really when you experience somebody that has had poor brain health and in result, acquiring Alzheimer's, it really, puts that into perspective for you. And just a quick story from me is my grandmother had Alzheimer's, and and I know a lot of people watching right now or who will be watching later can really relate because it's becoming more and more, I don't even like the word common, it's just becoming more and more in our life. And when I see my grandmother progressing in it, it was really hard for me because it was one Christmas that stands out to any of the moments that I experienced with her. Is I went to the nursing home that she was at, and it was Christmas, so the local church was in singing Christmas carols, and I remember sitting there and looking at her and not really recognizing the person that's sitting there, knowing it's her, but not recognizing her. And I completely lost it. I just started bawling my eyes out. I had to get up and leave because I was shaking and I was just crying because I'm like, I can't believe this is my grandmother, because this is not who I grew up with. This is not, the person that she is. And that day has been with me ever since. And now brain health to me is so important, because I don't want to ever see anybody else experience that. I don't want to experience that, or anybody else in my family. So this is a very, very dear to my heart topic. So I'm so glad that you're joining me on this, so we can share a few tips today that people can start applying to increase brain health, and then share with them an incredible event in July that so they can learn so much more, and walk away feeling that they have the solution to a better future for themselves.
Absolutely. And I have a very similar story, as I kind of alluded to earlier, with my grandfather, just spending time with him, and knowing, he's there, but he doesn't know who I am. And it was just so very difficult on me and my family, especially my mom, to have her dad like that is so difficult. And we've been led by the medical community. There's so much talk about lowering your cholesterol and all these different cholesterol drugs. So we're going to be touching on that, and how bad of recommendations these doctors are making to people, and how these different prescription drugs are causing all these problems with our minds, and how you can take back control of your health and really do things that will make your mind, again, not only to do all you can to help prevent the Alzheimer's and dementia and all these other problems with the mind, but also just improve your everyday life. I mean, that's really what my mission is to help people improve their everyday life. And it really starts with your mind. I mean, if you can get your head right, I tell people I always say that you're 6 inches away from success, or 6 inches away from achieving whatever you want in life. And it's the 6 inches between your two ears that matters, so we got to get our heads right. And it starts with mind health, and what are we doing, as far as it all, really starts with sleep. We're going to talk a lot about that. We're going to talk about nutrition, diet, different supplementation things you can take. We're also, I know you're really passionate. I'm really passionate about essential oils and the effect that they have on the brain. So we have so many things planned for this event to go over, and to really help you master this 6 inches between your ears, so that you can really live a productive life, a healthy life, a happy life, and do all you can to prevent these bad things from happening to you and to your mind.
And absolutely. And it's going to be such a detailed day that I know a lot of people are going to absolutely love it, because of the information. Before we share our outline for July 7th, do you have any tips that you could share? I know you have a master's degree in nutrition. So I know right now that you could give anybody that's watching or will be watching on the replay, some tips on what kind of foods that people should really be thinking about adding in their diet on a regular basis, that maybe they think are bad for them, but really are not.
Yeah.
And that they should be really doing that on a regular basis. So what kind of tips could you give right now on food that people could be using or
Absolutely.
eating?
I'd love to. As I just alluded to a few minutes ago, that the doctors, the medical community makes it such a point to point out that cholesterol is so bad for you. Take this, this drug or that drug to lower your cholesterol levels. And even if you don't have high cholesterol levels, I have people telling me every single day their doctor is putting them on some sort of cholesterol lowering drug, just in case something, bad happens, which is absolutely ridiculous. And it comes, your brain is 80% cholesterol. So without the cholesterol in your brain, it's not functioning properly. So one of the big things that I recommend, and I know you also recommend heavily, is eating eggs. It is the absolute best food in the world for you to have, is eggs. So we recommend making eggs, and I cook them in grass-fed butter, real butter, which healthy fats like butter and avocado, and like I said, eggs. Those are really staples in my diet that feed my brain. It gives my brain the cholesterol it needs, and avoiding the bad things. You know, I was 5, 6 years ago, I gave up gluten. That was a huge problem in not only, and we're going to be talking about the digestive brain connection that, you know,
Yes.
doesn't seem, it seems kind of crazy to think that your digestive system somehow has something to do with your brain, but it absolutely does. There's a huge connection between your digestive system and your brain. And the foods we eat, you know, really do serious damage to our digestive system. And when that's in a bad state, we're not thinking straight. We can't think straight. So to go gluten free, you know, and even, you know, the information that we've gained over the years about carbohydrates in general is just staggering. I was just talking to you off camera about, you know, when I eat too many carbohydrates at one time, I get so tired, you know, and I have what's called reactive hypoglycemia, where when I wake up in the morning, I test my blood sugar and it's right at 100. So I don't have diabetes, I don't have anything like that. But if I eat something bad, like if I were to have a bagel or something, some kind of high carbohydrate breakfast, my blood sugar levels would go super high and then crash. And it's that crash where I want to just take a nap, and I'm not productive whatsoever. And I just feel horrible, you know, and I gain weight, and a lot of bad things happen. So we'll be talking about controlling blood sugar levels, improving your digestive system, and eating foods that feed your brain, you know, what foods feed your brain and what foods actually harm your brain. So we'll be going to that extensively at this brain health seminar.
Yes, absolutely. I know a lot of people will get an enormous amount of value out of that information alone. If that's all they took away from this event, they are going to be truly happy with that. But we have some even more exciting stuff going on. Could you tell us about our guest that's going to be speaking at this event and what she's going to be sharing and offering everybody on July 7th?
Absolutely. I'm so excited to announce that Jill Hewitt, she's an absolute brain fitness expert. One of the best. This field's kind of newer to me. Only over the past couple of years have I really jumped into this. And meeting Jill has been life-changing for me. She's brought so much knowledge about the brain and how it functions, and what we can do from different activity aspect to improve our brains. Now, to see Jill and go to one of her private seminars would cost you an arm and a leg to go to that. So without losing any limbs, you can come see her at our event. And she's going to be doing, you know, an extensive training on all of her information, and you know, teaching us about brain fitness from that angle. And then afterwards, I'll be going into more of the nutrition part of keeping your brain healthy.
Yeah, that's awesome. I cannot wait to hear her speak. I've seen a lot of things that she spoke at, and I've checked out her website and watched some videos that she's done, and it's got me super excited to actually hear her live and see the whole presentation and be a part of it and participate in it, because that's when you really dive in and learn things, is when you're right there live with the person actually teaching it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. She's amazing. So you're going to be just that part alone coming in and seeing that is going to be life changing for you. I promise you that. This may seem a little crazy that I'm going to spend a Saturday coming to improve my brain. That doesn't seem like it makes sense to me, especially during the summer. But I'm telling you, this will be a life changing day for you when you really start making your brain a priority in your life. And I'm really going to make a change in my life. And again, that change has got to start with your mind.
Absolutely. And, you know, regardless to it being summer, regardless to it being Saturday, I think we have to put our health first and foremost so that we can enjoy more Saturdays and summers together with our friends and family, and enjoy them, right? So coming to something like this for one day certainly is going to be worthwhile. So how about we give a good rundown of what they're going to get on that day, and then afterwards I can share whereabouts it's going to be and how to get a hold of me to get tickets for it.
Absolutely. So the day's going to open with Jill. She's just, you know, a explosion of energy. She's unbelievable, and she'll really get your mind going early in the morning. And she, you know, it's going to be fantastic to see Jill. So she'll be going, I think like an hour and a half in the morning. And then I'll be coming on and like I said, doing the nutrition side of things. So really talking heavily about what we're eating. I believe that food is the most powerful drug we ever take. You know, it really affects how our minds work and really how our bodies work. And this really, I mean, we're calling this a brain health seminar, but, you know, let's face it, our brain is soft tissue. So anything that's soft tissue in your body will improve by taking this advice. So, you know, is this good for your heart too? Absolutely. You know, because that all these things I'll be talking about is good for your heart. It's good for your lungs. It's good for your skin. It's good for everything that's soft tissue in your body. So there's, you know, we were actually going to call this the brain and health, or brain and body seminar. But we decided to focus on the brain. But I will tell you that by eating this way and the foods I tell you to eat and the I guess you call it the diet, the meal plan I recommend, is not just going to help your brain. It's going to help you lose weight. It's going to help you feel like amazing. So all of that, I'll go over what's the best supplements to take for your brain. And I know that Christine, you're going to be going over the essential oils that are near and dear to our heart. And I have a diffuser right here in my office going all day long. And I've been experimenting over the years with which oils are best for my focus, for my concentration, for my productivity. And I've come up with a great mixture. And we'll train you on that at the event, on which, you know, to get a diffuser and which oils are best to diffuse throughout the day to make you productive. And you know, there's times of days you want to be super productive. There's times of days you want to be uplifted. And there's certain times of the day you want to wind down and relax your brain. And there's different oils for that. And we'll train you on all of that. So I'm super excited about all the things we talking about brain and really bringing that to the forefront. And again, I really believe this is the key to changing your life, is focusing on your mind first.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we're going to take a short break for lunch, and then we're going to come back and we're going to share some business strategies on how you can use what you learned in the morning to improve your life and those around you. So Paul's going to come back and give us some really great tips on business strategies and also like leadership. Like Paul is fantastic at not only, you know, brain health and all that kind of stuff. He's so good at leadership and showing us ways that even in those areas will improve our brain as well, because Paul's just fantastic when it comes to leadership. He's actually taken a course with John Maxwell, and that's just gonna, you know, even if he doesn't talk necessarily on leadership, that is going to just flow out of him because that's who he is. So I just know you're gonna absolutely love what he shares in the afternoon as well. So I'm so excited that you're coming and helping us with this event.
Yeah, I'm so excited too. And that the afternoon session is going to be fantastic, because if I just kept this information to myself, it'd be pretty selfish of me, you know? So I really get fulfilled in life from sharing this information with people. And I know everyone watching this knows somebody who's suffering from brain health, you know, and it's probably them, you know, that they're like, wow, yeah, I you know, find myself, we were just talking off camera again about, you know, even like sometimes you have dinner and you're like, do I really want to do the dishes afterwards? And it's just, you're just so mentally fatigued in the evening that you just want to shut down, you know, and you want to just go in front of the TV and unplug and you know, because your brain is just, you know, you feel so exhausted from the day. And it's really not necessarily physical exhaustion, like not a lot of us do what your husband does, and you know, we're you know, always, you know, doing something physical all day long. We're mentally exhausted, most of us, is what's happening. So how do we avoid that, you know, and having, you know, every evening feeling, I used to feel that way all the time, and now I don't, you know. So I've been able to do things that, you know, throughout the day that I'm not totally exhausted at the end of the day. So I love sharing this information with people and contributing to other people's lives. And if you so choose to do that too, we'd love to work with you and teach you. Christine and I actually do this for a living. We teach brain health and body health to people, change people's lives. And we get to do these fun Facebook Lives together and make an incredible living. So
Yeah.
it's a win-win situation. And if you're interested in sticking around, we'd love to have you in the afternoon, and we'll teach you how to share this information with other people and partner with Christine and I, and help other people change their lives. So it's really it's very fulfilling, and I love what Christine and I do. And you get to pick people like Christine to work with. She's just an absolute joy to work with. She's talk about leadership. She's one of the best leaders I've ever met, and to see her grow over the years has just been amazing. And I can't wait every single time I see Christine coming on doing a Facebook Live. It's so exciting to see her. She's just an amazing leader. It helps so many people change their lives. So I hope you make sure you like Christine's page here, and friend Christine, and get back to Christina. She's really a genuine person when it comes to really caring about other people. So you want to partner with, and so I can't encourage you enough. If you're not friends with Christine already, become friends with her, private message her, get to know Christine, because she will literally help you change your life, and get you from where you are right now to where you want to get to. And whether it be your health or your emotional health or your financial health, even, she's a master in all three of those things. So Christine, I value our relationship so much, and just am so excited to work with you on this project, and work with you on a daily basis.
Thanks, Paul. The feeling is absolutely mutual. Thank you so much for those kind words. So if anybody is interested and wants to connect with us about this event, it's July 7th. It is in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada, just so if anybody is watching this outside of Ontario. And it's an all-day event from 9 until 4. So if you want more information about this event, then send me a private message, or in the comments say, yes, I'm interested. I will send you a message and give you all the details. Hey, Paul, what would an event like this be worth? What do you think people would want to pay for an event like this?
I would pay thousands of dollars to come see you speak, Christine. Yeah, it's a huge, just to see Jill alone is worth, thousands. So,
Exactly.
just to have a full day like this and to get all this knowledge, is really priceless.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. So contact me and get your tickets for this event, because you don't want to miss out. You totally don't want it. It's going to sell out before you know it, because we have other people that are selling tickets as well, and they're super excited about it. I just got off the phone with Ruth earlier today, and she has so many people that are so excited about this event that they're actually going to be sending me messages tonight to get their tickets. So you don't want to miss out, guys. Give me a call, send me a message, and get your spot. If anything, you're going to walk away with information, right?
Absolutely,
That's
absolutely. I'm
anything.
so looking
Yep.
forward to meeting everybody on July 7th. I'll be there early, shaking hands and getting to meet everybody. And I love meeting new people. So please come up and say hi when you come July 7th. I'd love to meet you, and answer your questions and help you improve your life.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks so much for joining me here, Paul. And everybody else, have a great Tuesday. Look forward to talking to each and every one of you guys. Okay? Take care, guys. Bye, Paul. Thanks so much.
Bye. Bye, Christine. Talk to you soon.